What is up, Incredibly Average Nation? This is Incredibly Average Joe bringing you another Madden 20 video. We're going to be doing our weekly card review video here, just reviewing the past cards that have come out this week. I go over their stats, which ones I think are worth buying, which ones you should maybe stay away from or wait for the price to drop, all that stuff. Of course, this is just my opinion, so if you disagree with me, let me know down in the comments below. We can discuss down there. If you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can know whenever I release new videos, and thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're enjoying it. Before we jump into the video, I wanted to go and handle something that I've been working on for a very long time. I believe I'm pretty much the last person in the world just about to do this. That's not true, but there are a lot of people that have already gotten this done, and I am happy to say that I am about to fully upgrade Pat Tillman to the master here, get him to 95. So I went and grinded some of the Legends challenges and just got the passing yards that I needed, and then forced a bunch of fumbles on the quarterback, just using that glitchy the straight punt block and just rocking the quarterback and knocking the ball out. So kind of cheap, whatever. I was tired of just grinding it out in real games, so I figured, screw it, I'm just gonna do it this way. All right, so we've got him up to 90. We're gonna use these last couple of tokens. Let's see, these give you abilities. I haven't really even watched any videos on this, so get them up to 90 with the new picture now. Now we get another image token to upgrade. There we go. And then I believe it's a border token to make it black instead of red. Now he's 92. Well, now here we go. We're upgrading him to 92. And then the last one should be 95, which I have had for a very long time. And there we go. We now have Pat Tillman as a 95 overall strong safety. First one in the world, right, guys? Y'all have never seen this on any other video. For real, though, this took me a very long time. I'm glad to be done with it now, so now I can play games the way I want to play them. There are times where I would be on the 1 yard line and I just want to run the ball in, but I'm like, no, I need passing touchdowns, so I'm just going to run some stupid little slant. And it was just annoying because it was messing with my whole gameplay here. Oh, he's got a fourth slot. Oh, that's right, the secondary position now. Never mind. Yeah, so I'll have to decide who I want to use my X factors and abilities on. Pat Tillman will probably be one of the guys. Right now I have them on Ray Lewis, Lawrence Taylor, and I think Stephon Gilmore still has them, but Gilmore will be the first one to lose his abilities for either Tillman or maybe Khalil Mack coming off the edge. I'll just have to see and play around with that and see what I like. Okay, before we get right into those card reviews, we're not a whole lot of them this week, so we're not going to be in a big rush. I'm going to open a few packs just for fun. Just so you guys know, I am going to be starting a series. We're going to be calling it Market Mondays. Let's see if we pull here. Okay. So we're going to be doing a Market Monday series where every Sunday night I'll be recording a video about the state of the market right then, good sniping opportunities, what you need to be looking out for in the market, things like that. I'm probably going to record one tomorrow night. Right now it's Thursday night, so I will record one. Here we get a Legend, 82, I'll take that. So I'll record one Friday night, release it on Saturday, just as kind of a precursor, just so y'all kind of know what the style of the video will be, and then I'll try and record those every Sunday night so that I will release them on Monday and you'll be good to go for the week. Depending on the popularity of those videos, I might release them more regularly than that. We'll just kind of have to see how they do and whether y'all like them or not. Let's open one more, get a gold, and then we'll jump into the card review here. All right, just a regular gold. That's fine. We got one Legend. I'll take that. It was an 82, nothing crazy, but that's fine. That's a win in my book. So as always, every week we got two heavyweights this week. The first one we're going to go over is Michael Brockers here at left end. Michael Brockers has been due for an upgrade for a while, so I'm glad that he finally got one. I don't have him on my team. I did use him in a previous Madden for a while, but he's a pretty solid player in real life, so he's needed one. The main thing about this card, that 61 speed, and I know, guys, I know a lot of times I harp on speed when it's not, you know, always the most important thing, but for a left end to be someone who's as a pass rusher, if he was a D tackle, maybe that would still be a little low, but it's more acceptable. But 61 for a left end for me is just way too low. Now he is a very secure tackler, you can see down there compared to Michael Strahan, but I don't know, that speed coming off the edge, I like to have a little bit of a pass rush going in, and with 61 speed, he's not really getting after much of anybody. Now, if you want to throw him on the goal line or short yardage situation, he could do a good job. But general every down play, I would not take this card. Okay, so the second heavyweight that we got for the week was a left tackle at Trent Williams here. We're going to compare him here to Muniz, who I just picked up just to kind of fill in my offensive line. Didn't want to spend too much money or anything, just kind of wanted to flesh him out. But anyway, so he's got a lot, big strength, good awareness, pass blocking's pretty good. All of his stats are really solid. His run blocking is also really good as well. For a 90, that what was he going for? He was going for 120,000 about right now, in that range. I think if you can get him for under 130, I would take that. You could probably snipe this for about 105, 100. Of course, that one ended just now, but you could probably snipe this one for a little less. So make sure you search around. But if you can get, I think I said 130. I meant if you could get him under 120, I think that's a pretty solid deal. I wouldn't pay any more for him than that. But this looks like a pretty good all-around card to me. He's not going to be, you know, the top left tackle or anything, but that's not what you're doing if you're buying a 90 overall. I think he would be a solid player for a while. So as always, the talk of the week are the team of the week cards. They're always either terrible or just okay. People seem to be very, you know, people seem to disagree on them a lot, and that's fine. You know, we all have our different opinions on what's important and what's not, just depends on your play style. So let's go over the first card here, and that's Marlon Humphrey. And as a Ravens fan, I wasn't too excited about this card. I think he definitely earned it and deserves it. He's needed a upgrade for a while now. But he's got really good athleticism, 91, 92. His agility is 87, which isn't amazing, but it's up there. It's pretty good. Jumping's a little low at 85. So then when you get into his coverage stats, and that's really where he drops off, especially zone coverage at 82. That is really, really low. 87 press is not great either. And even his man is 87. Usually if you have a zone that's that low, usually you'll make up with it for like an 89 or a 90 man, but both of them are pretty low. This card is going to be a really athletic, fast card, but he's not going to be a lockdown corner. Unfortunately, I don't really love it. And again, I'm a Ravens fan, so if I was going to be biased, I would be the person to be biased. But if you have a Ravens theme team, of course, then yes. So any of these cards, really, if you have a themes team, it's gonna boost them a lot, and they'll probably be worth it on your team. But I'm not playing with a Ravens theme team, so I'm gonna have to recommend not to get this card. What's he going for right now? He's going for a little over 200, it looks like. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until he drops under 200 and then consider picking him up. So of course, the talk of the week, and you can see all these ones that are closing here, is Tyreek Hill. So Tyreek Hill is, as everyone knows, one of the fastest, if not the fastest player in the NFL. And he tweeted out, he said, I want the fastest card and Madden and all that. And yes, I think there are some that are matching him, but he has 94 speed, which I believe is at least tied for the top. I don't think anyone has a base 95 speed. If anyone does, correct me down below in the comments, but I think 94 is the top base speed that you can get. So he has obviously really high speed, he's pretty good jumping and all that. His catching is not great, catching traffic, spectacular. All of his catching stats, other than deep route running, are all pretty bad, or not bad, but just average for a 91. I'd like them to be more 85s. I understand they're not going to be up 88, 89s, because that would just make him absolutely broken. But from the gameplay that I've seen, he is a pretty darn good card. You just run him down the field, and he'll burn pretty much everybody. No one can keep up with a 94 speed. And dear Lord, if you have a Kansas City theme team, this card is going to be a freak for you, because it'll boost all of his other stats. It'll get him up to maybe a 96 speed overall. Yeah, he's going to be a very good card, especially if you have a theme team there. Now, he is very expensive, of course, going for really 500,000. So personally, I'm going to wait on him a little bit. I do love me some Cheetah, but I'm going to wait until he drops in price, just because I'm not spending my whole stack of coins on one receiver. But, you know, if you got a few million laying around and you want the fastest wide receiver in the game right now, at least I think there's some that are probably just as fast or whatever, but he's probably the best all-around fastest receiver, if that makes sense. So he's a pretty good pick, just very expensive right now. Moving on to the limited team of the week card. This one made me laugh when he came out, because everyone was like, who the hell is this? No one knew who he was. Brennan Scarlett, the left outside linebacker. Now, no one knows who he is apparently, but he has pretty actually good stats. So 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble is what got him the card, which I guess some people wanted other folks to get it. You know, whatever. It's just an opinion piece, but he's got pretty good stats as far as a card goes. He's got 82 speed, 90 excel, matches my Khalil Mack on 81 strength there. Really, really good tackling. So the only thing that he, of course, is not going to match up with Khalil Mack and Von Miller and those guys with is the pass rush, but that's not what you're going to be using for it anyway. Now, I will not be interested in this Scarlet card because I play a 3-4 defense. So my left outside linebacker is usually coming off the end in a blitz. That's why I have Khalil Mack and then Lawrence Taylor on the right side. But if you use your left outside linebacker more in coverage, then he is actually a very good card here. Now, just like every other limited, he is incredibly expensive. So I don't know if he's worth buying right now, but again, I don't think any limited is really ever worth buying. at the time that they originally come out. I will say that he is already selling for less than Tyreek Hill, so that shows you how much people value speed. I think Scarlett has better all-around stats than Tyreek Hill. Of course, you can't compare them directly because they're different positions, but that speed is really what sets Tyreek Hill away. So if you are interested in that card and you get a Chiefs theme team, I would say pull the trigger if you get anything lower than, I don't know, if you can get something in the 400,000 range, then you're looking pretty good. So moving on into the last category here, the ones that just dropped yesterday from when this video will be released, is these signature series. So the first one up here is Quinton Dunbar, 92 overall cornerback. So from what I can see, this card is actually selling for not too terribly much, and he looks like a pretty solid card to me. Let's compare him to some of my cornerbacks here just to sort of see how he stacks up. So let's see, you got 90 speed, 93 excel, so very athletic, very good. Obviously, he's not quite there with agility. His jumping's not amazing, but I think, let's see, yeah, Jalen Ramsey's a little closer. Yeah, a little closer there with Chris Harris. So jumping's not great, but you know, that's not everything. Press coverage is good. Man coverage is great. Where he really falls short is his zone coverage, only an 84. So really kind of depending on the defense you run. If you run a lot of zone, I would probably steer clear of this card just because only 84 is not great. You're not going to get him up to the threshold. I don't think there's any way you can get an 84 to that 90 threshold. I could be wrong, but that would be a 6-point jump, so I don't think so. But if you run a lot of man, this is a pretty good looking card. He's going for, it's about 350 right now. Again, probably not something I'd buy right now just because it's limited, but wait till it drops. Maybe you can get it under 3 at some point. Pretty good, solid man coverage quarterback. All right, and then the second signature series that we got was Cooper Kupp, another person who was due for an upgrade for a long time now. He has not had one. So going for a little more, I'm actually sort of surprised. People were not very happy with this one when he first came out. And because, look at that speed, that is it, 86 speed. Now, speed is not always the most important, but it seems to be what people value the most, I've noticed, and particularly me. It's the first one I always mention, not just because it's at the top of the list, but whenever I see a card, whether it's a defensive tackle or a wide receiver, I always look at that speed. It doesn't even matter as much on a defensive tackle, but it's just what my eyes kind of gravitates towards. So 86 speed is not great, but he's a really good route runner. His catching's 91, catching traffic's 85, spectacular is 87. His route running's all pretty solid. You know, Torrey Holt's a hard one to stack up against, but yeah, see, he beats Tyler Lockett and everything other than deep route running. But anyway, Cooper Kupp's a pretty solid card. He's not one that I'm going to pick up just because, again, I value that speed a lot. So if you have a Rams theme team, this is definitely a good card for you. But 400,000, again, that's a lot of coins, y'all, to spend for a card that's, you know, going to be irrelevant in a few weeks. But yeah, I wish they'd added a couple more points into his speed here. That would have made me like this card a lot more. Still a pretty good card overall. But as of right now, I would say to hold off on this one just for a bit. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you were struggling on making any decisions about which cards to pick up, I hope it might have helped you narrow down some of your choices there. As I said, make sure y'all tune in. I'm going to try and have a video out Saturday. It's kind of a precursor to my Market Monday that I'm going to try and make a weekly thing. I think I'm going to focus tomorrow on sniping. As you can see, I've got 500 plus thousand coins there. I think I started with about 200,000. I've been sniping like crazy, figuring out the best cards, the best filters to use and all that. It's very, very simple, guys. If you hear sniping and you're like, oh, I don't even want to bother with that, it's very simple. You go on the market for 5-10 minutes, look and see if there's anything there. If there is, you buy it, you flip it, you turn it around, go play some games, wait for your cards to sell, and then go and do it again. It's very easy. You don't have to sit there for hours like some people do and snipe. But I'm going to go over that in all my video tomorrow, so make sure you tune in to that one. It's a very easy way. Again, I made at least 300,000 coins using these methods, so make sure you tune in tomorrow. Hopefully that video will help you out, grow your coin stack. You can do this if you have like 20,000 coins, 50,000, well, it might be hard for 20,000 coins, but if you've got like 50, 60, 70,000 coins, you can grow your coin stack with this method. You don't have to have hundreds of thousands of coins to use this method. So make sure you guys tune in. Thank you guys so much for watching this one though. I hope you're enjoying it. Again, if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little bell icon there. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will see you in the next one. And remember, stay average.